Oh snap, Glaze is going live.
Hey, Steve, you know what I wanted to ask you, man? Like, working on a show like The Wire, and like I said, Raising Dion, it's like in all the other shows that you work on. Like, to me, on The Wire, who was your favorite character?
Omar.
Omar, okay. and you know what, right now, for some reason, okay, who's next after Omar? Marlo, yeah. Gave me that. No, don't get me wrong. But hey, my name is my name. My name is my name. Let's say clear. So hey, my name is my name. Even right now, like I say, everybody keep talking about initially when I was talking about coming out my life story. I wanted Marlo because Marlo was a smooth individual. But then again, you watch, you got so many celebrity stars like, Michael B. Jordan or whatever. Then you also got, to me, right now, the smooth criminal of that show, to me, is Stringerbell.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing. It's actually a little bit of an unfair question because, one of the things that made The Wire so incredible was like all those dope, rich characters. You know what I mean? Like, I would say Omar because Omar's my favorite. You know what I mean? And rest in peace, Michael K. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's hard because like Stringerbell, you've never seen a character like that.
You kidding me?
You know what I mean?
Michael Jackson made that song Smooth Stringerbell. You kidding me? Come on, man. That dude was smoothing in all our demos.
Yeah. And then Avon. I love Avon. Like, I love all of them. I love McNulty. I love the cops. You know what I mean? It's like... I love Mayor Royce. You know what I mean? It was just like, and all of them were imperfect. You know what I mean? Like none of the characters were angels, right? Yeah. But they were deep. They were human. They were complex. Bubbles. You know what I mean? And that was one of the things. It's like, Bubbles is a character that depending on where you're from or what your experiences are, a lot of people are going to dismiss Bubbles, right? A lot of people don't have empathy for Bubbles, right? The Wire made you love Bubbles. And then you take that and you say, if I love that dude, I have to look at that community a different kind of way. I got to have a little bit more empathy. I got to have a little bit more understanding of the struggle that some people are going through. It might not have been my struggle, but I have more empathy because of The Wire. You know what I mean? So I can't really say, you know what I mean? I'll say Omar, and that's true, and I'm going to say Marlo, because Jamie is my man, you know what I mean? But it's like,
shout out to Jamie.
There's too many rich, beautiful, complex characters,
And which is fair, and that's the difference, because you got to meet them and see them firsthand. And see, that's the difference. A lot of times you right there, like camera action, which is understandable. But like I told you right now, man, hell of a show. But even right now, like, when I stumble upon, me and Katie was talking on Raising Dion, and I can remember me and my wife sitting down, been watching that. And right now, it's like as we watch it and getting an understanding or whatever, and I'm saying, this kid is unbelievable. And then it get to the point, once again, Michael B. Jordan. I'm saying another, right now. So the difference, how many people career was like, right now, like shot off from The Wire. And when you're watching that show, unbelievable. Like, so what part and how you became involved with Raising, Dion?
Oh, well, so Raising Dion, that was, I'd already been working for years at that point. And, that was based on a comic book created by Dennis Liu. He made a comic and a short film, really a trailer for like the idea of it. And Carol Barbie adapted it. It was produced by Macro, Michael B. Jordan's company, and it was at Netflix. And they had this great script, and they were looking for someone to direct the pilot.
Wow.
So I was thankfully at that point at a place where I was invited into that conversation as one of the potential directors of the pilot, and presented my vision for what the show could be, how I would shoot it, you know what I mean? Not just like how to shoot it photographically, but like what the tone of it was and what the spirit of the story was, why it resonated so much with me. And they liked what I had to say. So then it was, I got the opportunity to direct the pilot, and that's how I became part of it.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
You know, and that's powerful, man. You know what? Like I said, I want to ask you a question. Like, for example, have you got any young boys, young girls, you know what, that's out there, or anybody that's out there going through a midlife crisis, like having a general ideal they need some type of change? Like, how would anybody get into becoming a director or get into the film industry?
You know, there's a lot of ways. I mean, the first thing I would say to directors specifically who want to direct, the first way that you, or the most important thing that you have to do to become a director is you have to direct, right? You have to direct. So whether it's a short film that you wrote, a 30-second trailer, what have you, you have to start making the thing that you want to do. You just have to do it. And then the other thing that I'd say is to do that well, right? You need to immerse yourself in the craft. You need to watch films. You need to study films. You need to read books about filmmaking. You need to, you know, I went to film school rep. You know what I mean? I went to a formal film school, and I would always encourage anybody that can do that to do that, because it is, for me, it was a wonderful, it was, you know, probably as an academic, my most satisfying academic journey. And it's hard to call it that because it was so physical, right? But there are programs, you know, I know here in Georgia, there are, I don't know the name of the program offhand, but like, you just need to dig in, and the internet is there. You can go to Google, search for film programs, fellowships, grants, whatever is going to give you the opportunity to train and make film, you know, for the directors. And then for everybody else, you know, and the other thing I should say is, if you don't know exactly what role you want to have, there's so many careers, there's so many artists that work in collaboration in the filmmaking process. You know what I mean? Director of photography, costume designer, production designer, prop master, scenic, scripts, camera people, you know what I mean? Sound, editing, like there's just so many vast and different opportunities to work in film that, you know, if you don't know exactly where you want to fit in, just get in and then find your way. You know what I mean? Get on a set, be a PA, start as a PA in the office, on the set, wherever you can get your foot in the door, get your foot in the door, and then explore from there.
Hey, listen, thank you for your time. Thank you for your honesty. I truly appreciate that. I'm gonna ask you one more thing before we go, man.
Yeah.
So far, right now, in your life or as being a director, what do you feel is MANN's greatest accomplishment?
My kids.
Your kids.
I got 2 beautiful boys.
Wow, man. And you know what? They got a hell of a role model, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you, brother. This is great. Appreciate it.